Good afternoon. Today we brought you to a residential lawn to talk about one of the most common questions we get, broadleaf weeds. Now as we look at this lawn, we see that there's quite a few weeds growing here. And I know for me, the biggest challenge for my lawn is the number of weeds that I have versus the number that I'd like to have. We know that if we had a situation where we have full sunlight and we're mowing at the appropriate height and we're fertilizing, that over a number of years we're going to be able to decrease the weed pressure that's in that area. However, there's still going to be some weeds left over, and we have to face facts sometimes and just decide we're going to remove it with the broadleaf herbicide. Now the broadleaf herbicides that we've had for years and years are wonderful on a wide variety of the broadleaf weeds that are in your lawn. However, there's certain difficult to control broadleaf weeds that really present a challenge. And as it ends up, many of those weeds are well adapted to shade and a short mowing height with a little bit of moist feet. Two great examples of that would be wild violet and ground ivy. And as it ends up today, we found ourselves a site that has quite a lot of wild violet and ground ivy. Usually every year when you go out into your yard, you'll notice those patches of wild violet are flowering. Now wild violet and ground ivy are not affected by most of the broadleaf herbicides that we're using. If we were to make that application to these sometime in the fall, say the month of October, we could get a pretty good kill. But for the rest of the year, these can be very difficult to control. Now, a second best time to go after these weeds would be when they're flowering, which happens to be right now, and they both flower in the springtime. If you're going to go and try to control these weeds, one of the things that you want to look for is the active ingredient triclopyr. Triclopyr is available as a standalone, and it's also recently been available in some combination products. So you can now go out and buy that in a concentrated product. This is just an example of a product that has triclopyr in it, along with our traditional chemistries. And so we can apply this product, and it's going to take care of our difficult to control broadleaf weeds, but also give us a spectrum that's going to take care of the dandelion and the curly dock and the broadleaf plantain that's out here as well. Now if you didn't have this kind of pressure, if you just had a few weeds growing in your yard, you either want to dig them out, or you could consider using a product that's already pre-mixed for you, and you can go out and just apply that and take out those weeds, kind of using this chemical control in a selective approach. So if you're going after these difficult to control weeds, remember to look for a product that has triclopyr listed as either the only or one of the active ingredients in that product. That, a little luck, and thickening up the turf should give you some good success on these problem weeds.